I haven't tried this morning, but yesterday I managed to log on to both banks because I have a business account with one bank and personal account with another. I could access my business account fully and see transactions. No money's been deducted as yet, but there was a notice saying that you were unable to do any transfers, so obviously to stop people transferring money out of their accounts. My other account, my personal account, although you can actually log into it, you can't actually see any transactions, so I've no idea whether they've taken money or what yet. Well, bearing in mind it's also a bank holiday today, so obviously the banking system wouldn't be working today anyway, but there was a notice on both accounts saying that for the moment transfers have been suspended, so they've made it quite clear what's happening.
Is it something you would want to do?
Well, I think everyone would want to take their money and put it somewhere else to avoid the government taking it, but obviously they've taken steps to avoid that to prevent a run on the bank, which is understandable in the circumstances, I think.
Now, you don't have to sort of divulge to us necessarily all of your banking operations, but can you give us an idea of what you stand to lose if the vote goes ahead, or what people like you stand to lose?
Well, I will fall into the 6.75 category. I mean, luckily we're quite early into the wedding season, so a lot of money has yet to come in for weddings. But I mean, it's several thousand collectively, and obviously that's not a good situation to be in, particularly bearing in mind most of the money in my business deposit account is actually not my money. It belongs to couples that are going to get married here later on in the year.
And is it your feeling that because you're an expat, you should be treated differently, or do you think that the whole thing is wrong, or even if it comes in, do you think it shouldn't apply to you?
Well, I live here and I'm a resident. I have a bank account, so I don't think that expats can be treated as a separate, a different circumstance, to be honest, although I understand the British government is going to compensate troops that are based here. But, obviously there's a general feeling that nobody agrees with it because nobody wants to pay the money, and I think it's not really that clear at the moment whether it's going to apply to businesses across the board, and I think that's where the impact is going to come, because that's going to have a knock-on effect, I think, through the whole economy.